Hi, I'm Lavanya from Sweden. This video, part 2, is about my experience giving a birth to a child in Sweden. So, when I know I have conceived, I took a test and then I called MVC. As I was explaining what is MVC and BVC, you can just check my part 1 video. I have contacted my MVC and then they said to come in third month, beginning of the third month, to have a check and for the basic test. And I went there and then they have done a basic test and also have diagnosed with pregnancy diabetes. So I have started medicine for diabetic the, and also along with the food. So this made me very stressful because it was first time for me. I mean, first time diagnosed and during the pregnancy. Second appointment was like every month. As I said, pregnancy diabetic is a complex scenario of pregnancy. So I had to go every month for a checkup and also scanning. So I was meeting midwife and doctor for the scanning every month. And though I was stressed about my sugar levels becoming high, I was one way thinking positively that I could see my baby growth every month. I could see my baby in every scanning of every month. So I was happy in that way, though I was stressed about my diabetic levels. And then finally, about 6 or 7 months, my sugar levels like more high. I could not control with food anymore, and I had to increase my dose. But finally, I could manage my weight and baby's weight. That was the worrisome fact that baby's weight increase more when you have a diabetic during pregnancy compared to the normal women who don't have a pregnancy diabetic. But luckily I could manage with food and medicine, and the final day has come, the delivery due date. My pain started just before the due date, since morning, like around 6 o'clock, and like body aches and back pains like usually women have in the regular monthly periods. uh, but it was not that severe. It was bearable. Usually I can bear little physical pain. It's my type of so then I was waiting till like afternoon 3 o'clock, and then it started increasing, and it's completely discomfortable. I could not eat, sit or sleep anything. Then I thought I'll call MEC and check what they say. So I've called them, and they said you can come if you are really discomfortable. Then I think we picked up bags that I have packed 3 weeks ago. So we took a taxi and then went to the hospital around 4:30. And then they had a basic test like checking and everything, and how much I have diluted and everything. So it was like all the tests like around 1 hour it took, and so I was diluted around 4 by before 6. And then they have given us the room and we went into the room. So they made all the arrangements, like they will connect a monitor to you, and also saline they will start. um, mm, so monitor, you can see the contractions level, how severe they are. And by the time 7, like I was diluted 6 centimeters, and the contractions now started becoming higher, and then but still manageable. My husband was they told us whenever I have contractions to massage me in particular way. So he was seeing the monitor and he was ready to give me a massage, the push, so that I feel relaxed. And then couple of hours more, the contractions have been increasing. Around 10 o'clock, I was dilated almost full, like 10 centimeters, and like later sometime my water broke. Around 11 o'clock the contractions were like, now it is like full on top. And then so from here the actual story started. So the pains are starting, and I started pushing around 12 o'clock, like around 12:30, 12 o'clock. They asked me to push because the contractions are very, very high. So whenever I feel contractions, like it goes on up, the women know it. So whenever I get a contraction, they will ask me to push. And I was so tired. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Opted for nitrous gas. Uh, Laughing gas is nitrous gas. In the first part of the video, I told it's nitrogen gas. That's a misinformation. Sorry for that. So I opted for a nitrous gas, and so it was inserted from the beginning of my labor started. So like when the contractions were started becoming high. So initially for few minutes I could manage, bear the pain taking this laughing gas, because it releases some hormone where you can feel relaxed, your body goes relaxed. But that will not last long, and the pains are like increasing more. But still nitrous gas works with how it means, when you inhale more, so you tend to inhale more when you have contraction. So then you get it inside, and then the body goes numb, so you will not, you don't feel the complete contraction effect. So the pain will be little less compared to normal without nitrous gas. So that way I could manage. And sometimes I used to faint, not literally fainting, but I used to feel like unconscious. But I could sense around what is happening, but I could not react. Neither I could talk nor my body could respond. That way also it helped me to bear some pain, to pass some more time. And then final 1 hour was the hardest part of the labor. I was trying to push for a minute and then relax, and then baby goes inside, and it happened. Then last half an hour I thought I could manage it all, then but I made it finally, and the baby came out around 2:30. Then since it was a pandemic time, my husband had to leave the hospital. I'm supposed to stay alone, and then it was night. Usually you have to stay for at least a day to heal yourself. Then next day morning or evening, I think baby has some yellow skin, and they said it might be a jaundice, and they tested it was very minimal. But still I was scared to go home because it was my first baby. Then I thought I'll stay in the hospital and then let it cure and then take a baby home. So I spent almost 4 days alone in the hospital, taking care of myself and my baby. And my parents could not come to Sweden also because it was a pandemic time. No visas were accepted. So few months, like I literally cried that I was alone. But all the midwife staff, like they were angels for me. They helped a lot. Every minute they used to, like they used to help you like in whatever way you can. And couple of midwives, like they helped me to sleep because I could not sleep. Baby was not sleeping at all, and especially nights. And I had body pains. My body was not healed yet. And so one midwife literally came to me that I can take a baby for a couple of hours and then you can sleep. So I slept for a couple of hours. And then after 4 days the baby's test was fine. She was like normal, and we went home. That is the whole story. So my experience is the best. I was reading a lot of articles, and Sweden is one of the world's best place to give a birth to give a birth to a child, and I experienced it. I could not ask for anything else. Yeah, superb. Like they treat you very well. They help you a lot. They encourage you. They motivate you. It's a completely positive environment. I literally felt it. Without them, I couldn't have managed at all. Of course, my husband, he supported very well during the labor. Yeah, this is my story. And after the birth, you will have a BVC in your home. They will be intimated that you have given a birth, and they will have a follow up about your babies. The first month, every week, you will have a visit. If it is not a pandemic, the nurse will come home for the first week and show you everything, how to feed and hold and how to take care of her and everything. From second week, you have to go to the BVC. So in the first month, it will be like weekly basis visit to the nurse, and from the second month, it will be like till 1 year, it will be every month. That is about babies checkups. And about mother, MBC, where you delivered, they will ask you to come around after 6 weeks to check how you have healed, and any infection you have developed or something. They will have a test. Also, the best part is they will also have a cervical cancer test also here in Sweden after the delivery, some weeks later. Yeah, so Sweden is the best place to give a birth for women. Definitely, if you have a chance, I would mm, recommend you to give a birth to a child here. Yeah, this is all about my experience. Thank you, guys. Just comment any more questions you have, and you want to know in detail more in the comment below so I can reply to you. Otherwise, please like my video, subscribe to my channel for more videos coming up. Thank you. See you in the next video.